Fame is a blessing and a curse at the same time. I lost my friends. I saw my friends changing from friends to fans. You know, it was not real anymore. And then, I mean, when the fame started that time, I misbehave, I know like, I had to do a video and say, please, if I raped you, come out and talk. Let's talk about it. They drag to the point that they come to your house. Yeah, that's how crazy dragging can be sometimes.
Okay.
Is that Oluwadolarz? I'm like, oh yeah, that's Oluwadolarz. You're not funny, you are dry as fuck. And this guy spanked my ass.
Today's guest is a man who has turned laughter into a career, depression into a lesson, and his mother into a comedy star. He isn't just a content creator, he is multi-talented. Ladies and gentlemen, come along as we welcome Ogunleye Olamide Babatunde, aka Oluwadolarz!
Mona clap, what you do now? Guys, clap. Thank you for honoring my call. Thank you for coming to my show. It's a huge honor having you here.
You're welcome. But this way you just speak good English. I don't understand. This is not the Tobi I know.
Guys, you see, this is the problem. When you have your friends go to your show, now all these kind of things they happen.
Because
they speak at the package, the Tobi Makinde Show, and they speak English. Thank you so much for coming. How did you come about the name Oluwadolarz? Because when we think of your name, Ogunleye Olamide Babatunde, there's no Oluwa there. There's no, okay, for instance now, when I think Oluwadolarz, I would think that maybe your name is Oluwadamilola or Oluwahe or Dolapo or something. So how did that come? Right. Olamide Oluwadolarz. And when I hear dollars, I'm on money, like.
Okay, so I'll put this out. I'll put this out there. First of all, I came up with the name Oluwadolarz from secondary school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to do stand-up comedy right from secondary school.
Oh, that's the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah. So perform from my school. My principal would say, yeah, I have a show for you. You know, go and perform and all that. So there was a particular time in 2013, 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I cracked a joke about dollars rising and falling. So you can imagine us at that time.
Wow.
Yes. So I did a joke about
Sorry, hold it. These same dollars, we don't, so you don't, I mean, of course,
it has always,
yeah.
Do you understand?
It has always been a problem.
Yeah, so I did a joke about dollars rising and falling. It was really funny. A lot of people loved it. And then I did not get to introduce myself to the audience before I left the stage.
Wow.
Do you understand? So that day, so since that time, whenever they see me on the show, they'll be like, hey, what dollars? Dollars. And then there was this time when Oluwa is involved too. Was a word.
Yes, I remember.
So when they said dollars, I looked for a catchphrase and I'll be like, Oluwa is involved, and that was how I became Oluwadolarz.
Oh man,
very random, but
that's amazing. Anytime I think about Oluwadolarz, all I think is money, dollars. Like, so man, you got some money in your bank.
No, don't do that.
Baba, you get money.
Do you know that a lot of people, they'll be like a Yahoo boy, do you know your name?
Yeah, because Oluwadolarz is synonymous, like,
I tried to explain
something cash
to the public for, I think, 3 years. I was on that for 3 years. Like, growing up, I didn't really want to be a comedian or a skit maker. Okay. I just know how to do it. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? I really wanted to be a musician, rapper, artist. Do you get?
Yes.
So when the name Oluwadolarz was already trending, I'm like, no, this is not a good name for a comedian. But okay, we want to be an artist now, so fuck it, we can use Oluwadolarz. Do you understand?
Okay.
So that was why I kept on going with the name. And I can also say upcoming the plenty past fans for music. Mm-hmm. I just took say, well, let me just focus on what people already love me for. And that was how the name Oluwadolarz just.
Wow, yeah. That's quite amazing. So since we're talking about how you started, you know, your first love for music and all of that, let's dive deep into your background.
Okay.
Walk us through your background. How was it like growing up? I've heard in some of your interviews before that you lost your dad at a very early age. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So walk us through how was it like growing up, really?
Man, growing up wasn't really easy. Though I had a family, very, very good. I have a very good family. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the love was what really helped me go through that that stage. But as a child, I suffer. Yes.
Baba
I suffer. No, to be very honest, I know everybody have their own.
You know say I know Momsi. All
Yes.
these things, man, I go ask Momsi.
Yes,
No
now.
go live for my show.
Yes,
Say you
now.
suffer. I was saying Momsi Alpha. Dollar say you suffer. Don't
Now
dream.
even me and I'm gonna suffer the suffer. It
Okay.
was a very, very crazy suffer. So, but the thing is, when you know what you're going to become, you don't really want to stress about what you're going through. You get, so it's one thing to be, if as a man or as a human being, if you can understand that things are going to be better without you having to panic or you having to get worried or anything, I feel like it's a blessing. Do you understand? Because as a kid, I lost my dad at a very early age.
Yeah.
Moved in with my grandma. I lived with my grandma for like, I think 5-6 years before I lost her too. Then I finally moved back to my mom. And then when my mom got that suffer. We say I had to drop out of school.
Oh, more.
Like I had to leave school and say, okay, you know what? Because I can't be in school. I'm disturbing you that you're working Gary to help me pay my school fees. You know, let me just also and
Help,
whatever happens, we figure it out. And that was what happened.
Yeah.
So as that, you said I figure it out, guy, it was crazy. But I mean, thank God for life. Everybody get their problems. You understand? And nobody suffer past.
And you are the first child.
Yes.
So I can imagine how that is.
Pressure.
So, guys, like I said, Oluwadolarz, forget, say, we they do formal here at the cross leg, all this thing, my party.
I'm wondering why you're crossing your leg actually. Like, bro, what's up?
I'm acting formal, please, just leave me. Leave me like this. After we go back to as we be. I'm happy you can be like this. This is dope. So, like I was saying, Oluwadolarz is my friend. He's a good friend of mine. And, you know, I've gone to his house a couple of times. I see the way he does with his siblings, and it kind of reminds me about myself. I'm a first child too. That's my brother. He's behind the camera. Toba. Yeah. So I see how his siblings, they call him Bodaola, hey, you know, and I'm like, all those things just.
Yeah, it's sweet for eye. If you watch him,
I know, right?
You just say, yeah, you guys are so cute. But now you, when
they stress,
you know what.
I know how that. Trust me, I know how that
crazy,
feels. Me na one I get, so I can imagine.
Yeah,
that one safe. I know,
actually.
yeah. So I know how it is, you know. Yeah. So and I see how they are scared to even offend you.
Yeah. No, like, I mean
they'll be giving themselves signals behind you, like don't let him know, that kind of thing.
So that you see about that. I think I learned how to be a parent on time. Do you understand? Because I realized that not everything be beaten. I will beat you.
Yeah.
Normal. Like,
I will beat you.
No, as my sibling, yes, they know me. I would deal with them. But I got to a stage where I understood that it's not about In fact, the more it's not like you are taking them to the gym if you keep beating them every day.
Because
it will get to a stage. Yeah, it will get to a stage and they'll just be like, oh, Baba, yeah, what do you want to do? Beat me now. Because I got to that stage. And then I realized that you just have to communicate with those people like, yo, this thing that you're doing, my friend do it back. But I don't want to. So what's up?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why they are more scared is because I will find out.
Yeah, of course.
I will always find out. Because I'm always playful with them. So when I'm playing with them, they always jabber.
They go jabber, and then you switch it on them.
Yeah, I'll switch it up.
What did you just say now?
Exactly. That's exactly how it is. So they are always scared to want to offend me. That's just basically how it is.
Yeah. So how has the journey been? You know, you've been in this game for a very long time, bro. You are part of the early comers. And, you know, a lot of what we see now are things that are built on, you know, the legacies and the things that you started. I can imagine how you feel, you know, being one of the early comers, you know, in this business, and then a lot of people are now there. You'll be like, well, we started it. You know, veterans, you're a veteran, to be honest, in this game.
First of all, let me tell you something. Whenever you say this thing, you make me feel like I'm old, and I'm not. I'm a young boy.
So it's not even your age. It is just how long you've been doing this.
Age self follow for the how long now. But okay, so the thing is, to be very honest, if I want to open up and tell you the truth, I'll tell you that I'm not really happy about the fact that I started on time.
Okay, for
and
real.
Why that is
did
because
you do that?
it's just like music. Yeah, you see how them conga, likes of the conga, you know, when I met her,
Yeah, Clever J.
Clever J, thank you
Clever
very much.
J.
Clever J, big shout out to him. Now the thing is, you see, those niggas started early, but they did not make the money. You know, those times that we started, money never this.
Yeah, it was just
these
passion.
things were not monetized. Do you understand? It's just because we love to do it. Do you understand? But now, someone like me now, I keep saying it. I said in one interview, my first advert in my life as a content creator was 1,500 naira, and that was in 2015.
1.5.
Yes. Because we had to explain to these brands that you will get customers. Like these numbers are not bots. There are people that like and watch this content.
Yeah.
We share and flyer now. We share and say follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. If you don't get Instagram, go help you download them.
Wow.
Do you understand? That was because people were not. Yes, people have phones.
So hold on, sorry. Let's rewind. You back then you used to share flyers.
Yes, because people have phones, but they don't really
But they
understand
didn't know,
Instagram.
yeah.
They're like, the only platform that time that was good was Facebook and YouTube. Do you understand? Instagram, people don't really understand what Instagram was. And then we don't really say, okay, this Instagram is a big deal if you have the numbers.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So we'll go share and flyers. Oh, Baba, they'll say, what is it? I say, Instagram. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's also download it. We'll download, create an account for you there. You follow our account.
Wow.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
That was how it was. So now imagine that time that people don't even know what Instagram is.
Yeah.
And now that Instagram is monetized, Facebook is monetized, YouTube is monetized, everything is monetized. Do you understand? But then we're like wasting content because, in fact, sometimes I tell myself, I don't think I can create dope content the way I have created. Like, I'll watch some content and I'll be like, I did this.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I see you do like throwbacks and some of those contents are even still relevant.
Yeah. So, but now, if you want to make money on TikTok now, just come online, wear pants for head, do video. Yeah. People will view and you're making money.
Yeah.
And it's that easy.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm not saying some people are not talented, but let's face the facts.
Yeah.
If you want to call yourself a skit maker or a content creator, what's your content about? Do you have to come outside and just stand in front of a camera and just rant for no reason? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Or you want to create a content that would make sense? I mean, you are a content creator, create a content. Do you understand?
I do understand.
Not that I would watch a content that in the next 5 years, I don't even understand. I can't even show my child that this is a content. Do you understand? So, so sometimes I would just sit down, look some people, they rake in millions, and I'm like, damn. I'm not saying where I am today is not good, but I could have been richer if these platforms were monetized then. And if we were like well educated about all these things then. So
back then, I remember like there used to be a time frame. I mean, timeline for like the videos on Instagram and stuff seconds. Like 15 seconds. Yeah. Yet you were creating content for 15 that had to make sense in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Something that we had to grab in 15 seconds. Yeah. How was that like? Because sometimes I try to think and try to think and create a content for 1 minute. It's like I'm like, this time too short. No.
Yeah.
How do I want to squeeze in everything in 15 seconds?
Yeah. So it was difficult at first. When I started content creating that time, I started in 2014 officially. So 2014, I was creating content, and then I realized that Instagram is 15 seconds. Facebook, we know, but Facebook wasn't monetized.
Yeah.
In fact, Facebook page was even difficult to build. As at that time, you have to go to the cafe, use the computer to create a Facebook page. As at that time, even Yahoo email, then if you remember.
Yeah, Yahoo mail, yeah.
So as I talk, then I would create a content that's as long as 2 minutes. I will now fast forward the hell out of it.
Oh man.
I'm like, so I realized that, okay, I have 15 seconds to make you laugh.
Hey.
So I have 3 seconds to bring you to make you keep watching my content. And then the remaining seconds, I need to keep you entertained. So now, first of all, I don't have to want to impress you that I know about content creating or I know about shooting and all that. You understand? I just want to make you laugh. And that's why till today, if you notice my content are not that really long. In fact, I have a content that is about 10 million views on Instagram now. The content is now up to 10 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's now something that is part of me. Sometimes I got to say, we also say, Dollars, you don't like YouTube? And I'm like, no, I like YouTube, but it's just that I'm just used to 15 seconds. 10 seconds,
I
8 seconds.
remember that recently you started like a trend of like
Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when
Yeah.
you try to pick something
Yeah.
and then you hit like a
Yeah.
fry pan of
Yeah.
that's filled
Yeah.
with like hot oil. Bro.
Yeah. So the thing is, one truth is I'm scared for the next generation of this content, of this industry. Because something in me keeps saying, if you are not careful, in the next 2-3 years, I don't think content creators will be that relevant again. Because now we are.
What do you think they are doing wrong?
No, it's not about doing wrong.
Okay.
It's social media itself. We are trying our best to make you guys laugh. But you say a very good content. There's a guy, Prince TGB, is my friend. Shout out to him. He acts Baba Kayode. He plays Baba Kayode role.
Oh yeah, I know
on
that
my
guy.
Uncle Billy series.
He's so talented.
Very good. But this
Yeah.
guy doesn't get the numbers that he wants.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't get
so
the numbers
talented.
he deserves. Why? Because the social media itself, we want controversy. Anything that they're not, they must drag somebody. Somebody must be mad. Either somebody fall down from the staircase. They want to just watch chaos. You can have like 1 million followers and then 900K have 1 million followers are content creators. So tell me, how do you want to impress them? Do you understand? So I will just say that I will just be like, in the next 3 years, everybody go be content creators. Like, and then you will now be seeing where you go post. They will just hate the fact say you just post.
Because
Do you understand? Do you understand?
I do understand.
So you are, and it's scary because now people are now becoming desperate to want to go into controversy. I've seen where somebody is shooting controversy.
Like that's the content.
Like that's the content. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's gonna happen? I say, oh my jabola to no boss. In English, he said, I'll fall from the boss and you blast if they have used me. And I'm like, okay, so where would you now put your username? They say, no, it's make believe. It has to look real. And truth, this person did it. Instablog picked it up that same day.
Wow.
It's crazy.
So that's where we're headed in terms of content creation. Yeah, I wanted to ask that what's the solution, but to be honest,
no, so solution. I don't think there's a solution. I just think we just need to make the audience understand that first you have to be talented to create content.
Yeah.
So if part of my colleagues, or most of my, I won't say most, but if some of my colleagues are even buying the idea of the controversy, do you understand?
Yeah.
You are enhancing it to spread more.
Yes.
Do you get?
Yes.
So I think we should stop the fact that I want to do something controversial to promote this thing.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Let's start buying the idea of
Let it
people
thrive
see my
naturally.
talent. Let me
Yeah.
post and let people say that this is funny, this is good.
Let it just grow.
That's why I always respect
organically.
Destiny. Like that guy is creative.
Yeah.
And if we can be like that as time goes on, don't worry, people will understand.
I
And
see
again,
lots of his content.
and again, I feel like even the audience themselves should stop welcoming controversies. If they drag person,
No send down.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, come off for there.
Yeah.
Why are you on the platform? To gossip or to get entertained?
So it's so funny how, there's so much buzz and rush and traffic in like the comment section.
Yes,
of,
now,
chaotic.
Let's just do something
controversial things,
and all that.
So it's hard to now separate creativity from
It's really
from
hard.
just creating
Trust me.
chaos because of traffic.
Yeah, it's really, I'm like, nah, it's really hard.
Tobi Makinde Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.
Okay, so this is the game segment of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, we know
Before you start, I'm very I love competition.
You like competition.
Yeah.
I saw you on Kiki's show and I saw
Why you gonna go Kiki show? Why you talk about? I
I
lost.
saw the energy. No, but I saw the energy. You tried.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're aware that you're a rapper, so this game is a tongue twister. You're going
It's
to
not as
say
if it's not as if like
no, you're a rapper.
Let me explain.
No,
Wait.
no,
It's
no,
not
no,
as if
you're a
I'm
rapper.
like.
You're a rapper. You always rap like
I do
Olamide.
skits.
When I hear your voice, now Olamide, I always hear like
So I do skits.
you rap.
I sing.
You rap. You
And
rap.
sometimes I rap.
You rap. Please bring it closer. Let me see.
Why don't you share it, right?
So the tongue twister is. Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Tobi's tricky talk triggers trending topics tirelessly. You say it fast.
You say
5
it fast.
times.
Let me hear.
No, it's not me.
I don't
I'm not
understand.
a rapper.
I don't
You are
understand.
the rapper
You are
here.
throwing question to me.
You
You're
are
asking.
the rapper here, so now you go run
The
down.
only thing I rap like go. I'm fufu.
But I go rap this one. You go rap am up.
Say it again.
Tobi's tricky talk.
Tobi's tricky talk.
Triggers
Trending topics.
trending topics tirelessly.
Tobi's tricky talks. Wait. Tobi's tricky talk triggers trending talks tirelessly.
Topics
tirelessly.
Yeah.
Tobi's tricky talks triggers trending topics tirelessly. How many times?
5 times now. Fast.
It's not as if I can't say it, but I will forget. It's plenty. Tobi's tricky talks triggers trending topics tirelessly.
Yeah, well, listen.
Tobi's tricky talks triggers trending topics tirelessly. Tobi's tricky talks triggers trending topics.
Tirelessly.
Tobi's tricky talks triggers trending topics tirelessly. Tobi,
guys.
Throwback.
Tobi.
Tobi Makinde Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.
Okay, so I remember the first time I came to work with you on your set,
Okay.
you know, and I saw the way, like I said earlier, beyond content creation, beyond the entertainment industry, Dollars is my friend. And I remember we were just chilling. I think we were waiting for an actor or something. Yeah, and I saw, you know, the way you had a hold of like your family. Like I saw the way you were controlling things, you know, the way you were taking care of both domestic and work, you know. So it was like a work and and household, function at the time. So my question is, how do you balance work? I also remember this one, like I never even forget. We were halfway in the shoot, like literally we were shooting just like we are now, and halfway through, Dollars was like, "Oh no, what's the time? No man, I need to go and pick my kid." Like literally, we stopped shoot. I need to go and pick my son from school. We stopped shoot and he had to go, you know, which I do understand. How do you balance, you know, work and family, like, you know, because this content creation man is demanding.
So the thing is, you can't balance it. That is why you had to wait for me that day to go and pick my son in school.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And there were so many pauses that day, if you remember.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
Takes understanding.
This. So you can't balance it. And now, to make it worse, my family is also in the game.
Okay.
So apart from the domestic and the welfare that I have to handle, I still also have to handle the fact that they are also content creators. I need to monitor what they're doing. I need to, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's, 4 a.m. in the morning, Tobi can just call me and say, "Brother, I have one idea. It's good. It's very nice. You're going to love it." And I'll be like,
"Is that why you called me?"
It is literally 4 a.m. in the morning. And you're calling me. There was a day I didn't pick his call. I was awake, but I'm like, "Why are you calling me 4 a.m. in the morning? I'm not going to pick your call." And then I went on COD to go and play a game. This guy just sent me a request on COD. He said, "Brother, I was telling you that." I said, "Oh my God."
It was discussing content over COD.
Bruh, I'm telling you, it was like, I'm like, okay, so you know what? I understand. So you can't balance it. You just have to just keep moving with it and prioritize which is necessary. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So still on this family, I like the fact that you talked about your siblings now. How does it make you feel that, you know, you brought them into the game? I don't know if it was you know, part of your thoughts when you were involving them in your skits back then or your contents back then, that, oh, I want them to also follow this path.
Yeah.
But how do you feel now that you see that on their own page, they actually have their own fans that go to like their comment section and say, you, this, that, this. How do you feel about that?
So
you know?
about that, when I was starting, I felt like I was doing something really nice. But in the long run, I realized that, I actually messed up their childhood.
For real?
Yeah.
So would you say you regret it?
I think I do. I think I should have let them decide what they want for themselves before I dragged them into it. Do you understand? Because when they were young, I was happy. People were liking them. They were famous.
Yeah.
But guess what? They don't have friends at school. Their teachers can't scold them when they need to because they are celebrities.
They are stars and
we can't go out. They can't go and buy paper for me. And I say, go and buy paper for me. Can't. You know, all the things I did as a child, they couldn't do it. Do you understand? There's a standard.
Yeah.
You can't wear, that time when I did small, I did wear fake headsets. Well, you can't do any of those. Do you understand? I think I made their childhood too
quick
for them.
Yeah.
Because I remember that as a kid, Tokwe was already covering his face when he's going out. He's already like, no, I don't want to go there. I'm like, no. Maybe say as a kid, we go wear pants, go first place to wear first. Do you understand? Those things they did not, and I feel like it's traumatizing them now. Do you understand? I think it is, and I'm really not happy about the decision I made.
Have you had a conversation with them about it? Yeah. Has it ever been a topic?
No, I don't think they're old enough. They're old enough to understand.
Me. But you have seen it, and you're like,
I've seen it,
no.
and I know I think I messed up on that.
Wow. Okay, so let's take it back to the beginning when you started.
Yeah.
I think I've heard you say you started around like 2008.
14?
2014.
Yeah.
Okay. But before then, music was already in the picture.
I get freestyles now. What's the worry? I've been champion for my area then now, because then I used to sing like Wizkid.
Oh.
That was what everybody was saying.
Before rap?
Before rap, yeah.
Oh.
So I switched to rap. I didn't even switch. I just like to just... If
Play
you,
with
if you, if you
flows.
search my name now on Apple Music or all these other platforms, you'll see I have rap songs. I have... and I'm balancing it because I love to rap and I love to sing at the same time.
Okay.
You understand? So yeah.
So what would you say made you move the focus? Because I feel like you moved from music to
hunger.
No music,
bro.
Musically.
Even now, as I drop song, I spend millions on my music, and I know the top 100.
I mean, to be honest, every what's it called? Every career has like his hard moment, but I feel like music
is hard. There's no hard moments for music. Music himself is the moment that is hard. So even when you get to that top there, David and Wizkid, you want them to say they sweat inside. Say, oh, this album never top 1. Waiting they saw. Everybody's going through their shit. It's just me now. I'm struggling to enter top 100. They go they talk, go they vex. They supposed they top 1 for like 1 year.
Do
you understand? So all of us they struggle. It's crazy. Even when I drop, so when I knew that music is more like a curse and a blessing at the same time, was when I dropped Future Me.
Yeah, with the boy.
Bro, the numbers were mad. People were calling left, right, center. $, nice jam. My TikTok, they blew up.
It was so nice.
Over 500,000 videos on TikTok.
Yeah.
You understand? And guess what? I went to check my streams. Bam. I'm not sure my streams entered 10 million streams.
Wait, with that virality?
Oh, yes.
Because you were viral. You did lots of content with your colleagues to push.
The remix, I'm not sure the remix across all platforms entered 5 million. And that one I even featured Q-Dot.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
you even shot a video.
I'm like, what is okay now? Where that bust my head was when I saw the earnings. I'm like, the earnings is supposed to be more than this. What's going on? And then they said, the RPM. I think they said the RPM for the listeners was low. Now from trend sheets, most of the listeners come from. So the RPM, the streams don't really convert. I made my research and they said that was true. And I'm like, okay, so now that I sing now, I'm supposed to target rich people. Bro, it's crazy, to be very honest.
You know, it's funny that you're saying this because you don't pay for the game. I would literally have to sit down, carry a notebook, and listen to you talk about this thing. But for you to even tell me now, like, say what you're saying now, it shows that there's a lot of inconsistencies. You can't say you know it all.
Nah, come on.
Yeah.
Is it that you are very rich and you have a lot of money to spend on music? Now,
but even that doesn't translate
when I'm saying,
into the
no, come on now. There are a lot of artists, I mentioned him. There are a lot of artists that we know say now money.
Now money that push there.
Stop now. There are so many good artists out there that are good. I know that they are good, but they don't get the flowers that they deserve. But you could also somebody could just knock one beat with one beat together, begin talk on top of the song, and then it's top
gone
already. Do you understand? So you have to have money to push your song, and then maybe God's grace. But if you use God's grace blow for music without money, you go still use that money blow because you need money.
Yeah.
Like Future Me now. So people were saying I was supposed to, still spend money. I say which money? I'm seeing my earnings is not my earnings is not rich how much. I will not carry money. Of which artist spent money?
Of course.
Do you understand?
Of course.
So
you shot a video. I saw everything.
I love to make people laugh. Though.
Comedy or music?
I'll not lie. I'll choose music.
That's always been your love. Yeah.
That's my first love.
Now the hunger push you go.
Better. That day I was in Dangote. I was in one of Dangote's truck because then I used to be a truck loader. I load spaghetti, not spaghetti, pasta. They call it pasta.
Yeah, pasta.
There at Ikorodu.
Okay.
Around the park, if you are from Ikorodu, you know what I'm talking about. And then I used to load this thing. So there I was just, I was singing in the truck. They don't really sing. I mean, I'm the type of person that I like to observe the room to know what you like about me. If you hate me, that's a fucking problem. I don't care. But if you get to like me, what do you like about me? So I used to always sing in the what's it called, in the truck. Then nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's singing.
Yeah.
But when I started saying funny things when I'm loading my truck,
the attention.
That's what I'm saying. $100. If like say you go, they do comedy.
Yeah.
And okay, no wahala now. So that was when the 1.5 came in. Yeah. So I did the first content. It didn't go viral. I suffered for like another 1 year first on top content creating first. Do you understand? And then Tokwe came into the picture.
Yeah.
And then I used them in the content. It went viral. I did another one, it went viral. I did another one, it went viral. And I'm like, okay. And then this brand, I reached out to this brand. Yeah, I don't want to mention their name.
Okay.
It's a drink company. So I reached out to this brand, and then I'm like, we have numbers. So then I was still having like 20K likes. So at that time.
Now numbers.
Yeah.
As
I was having 20K likes, 500 comments, 20K likes, maybe 200 comments. You get. So I screenshotted everything and sent it to them in the DM. Like, this is how we operate. We have views. We can advertise for you and all that. So that day I did not go to work because I was trying to like see if this would make sense. And then in Dangote truck there, a day, if you load maybe like 6-7 trucks, then you get 1.5.
Wow.
Yes. A truck is like 300 naira then, and in that truck you load 3,000 pieces of pasta. Do you understand? We'll be 4.
That's
so
serious work.
Yeah. So there's a receiver, there's a thrower. So
yeah.
I mean, let's leave that one. So basically, I was in the house and they just replied me. Bam. I said, okay, so how much do you charge? What's your budget? That was what I said first. And they're like, for your this thing, we can do 2,000 naira. And I'm like, no, we can't. That's like, I'm like 2,000 naira. No, we can't. So I just went back to the compound. I was just like gisting with my mom. She said, almost everything this brand they talk say they won't pay for. She said, how much? I said 2,000 naira. She said, I should Agba. I said, no. Say it's too small. She looked at me like this. She said, how do you get people to know that you do advert if you don't do the first one? Do you understand? I'm like, okay, that's true. I said, like, you know how many trucks you load before you get the 1.5, 2,000? Are you joking? I come reason I'm saying, okay, that's true. She's making sense. So I ran back to my phone, open up, say, okay, it's fine. We can just give it a try. They said, oh no, that is 1.5 that they have now. I'm like, hey, yeah, no, like, do it now. And they did it, and I delivered, and that was how it started. From 1.5 to 10,000 to 15,000.
What year was this?
So this was 2016. 2015, 2016.
2015.
Yeah.
So that's when you had like your first viral video.
No, my first viral video was in 2015.
Yeah, 2015. Yeah, almost the same period.
Yeah.
And how was it like? You know,
first viral video.
Yeah, what was the feeling like?
The first viral video was the one where Tokwe was dressing like Bobrisky, and I brought out a rake that I was going to break his head, and it was like, oh no, it's Bob Marley, and it went viral, like everywhere, scatter. All these celebrities in Nigeria commented. I got like 40,000 followers in a day.
Wow.
It was. I was hot.
How did you feel like?
So that was when I knew that.
That
was when I knew that fame is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Yeah, because you see, when I was trying to be famous, I was telling God that the kind of fame where you go give me, where go make me misbehave, don't give me. Because what's fame when you have it and then you are not even yourself anymore? Do you understand?
Yeah.
You can't even be yourself. Everybody becomes a yes man around you.
So nobody can even give you their opinions. Nobody can tell you.
Baba, you are always right.
You are wrong. Bro.
Even if you are wearing a cloth that doesn't make sense, they'll tell you.
It makes sense.
Baba, you don't start one trend with that too. Do you understand? Yeah, it's.
Baba, don't worry. Anything where you wear.
Yes. So that's. I mean, so I realized that everybody starts saying, yeah, even my family, my mom started respecting me too much. Everybody, I'm like, okay, I don't want this kind of life. It's too. I mean, I'm dead serious right now. I was depressed for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That then, because I lost my friends. I saw my friends changing from friends to fans. You know, it was not real anymore. Do you understand? I would do something that is wrong. They could not change that for me. But that time they would say, Baba, I understand. You could day busy. And I'm like, no, you're supposed to change it for me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So But I feel like it's still sweet, sha, you know. You know, I mean, fame is sweet. I will not lie. I mean, fuck it. I mean, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, like you said, it's a blessing and a curse.
At the same time,
Guys,
trust
I
me.
hope you are learning. I hope you are learning
actually.
from this. So, tell us, apart from rapping, of course, what other hidden talents do you have?
I love to direct. Yeah, I won't say I'm a professional director, but I direct my skits.
Yeah, of course.
And then I write. I also write. And then above all, not related, I box.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a hidden talent.
Yeah, I used to box as a kid when I was, because I grew up in an area where you get bullied. So you need to learn how to protect yourself. So I learned how to box. So yeah. But
that's
in the entertainment field, I drum, I rap, I sing, I
that's
produce
mad.
myself
Guys,
sometimes.
why don't you carry drum? Come, dollars for drum for us.
It's alright, you know. You can always do that some other time. And I do stand up too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I started with actually.
Yeah. You just mentioned that you do stand-up comedy as well. I mean, just like music, was it hunger too that made you leave that part? Because I mean, stand-up comedy and like skits making are almost
no, don't bring them close to each other. Stand-up is a lot of work. Should I say laziness made me run away from stand-up?
From it?
No, I would say there was too many godfatherism in stand-up comedy. It's too much. You understand? And then I'm like, I don't get space for you. When person we get Benz, we get house for Lekki, still the lobby for position to perform. Who I be from Ikorodu? Like, I'm like, you know what? Please, you guys should just make I just do my skits.
You know, guys, one thing I like about Dollars is his realness. You know, you're always realistic in how you.
Yeah, because I mean, let's not lie to ourselves now. Come on, let's be guided here. It's the truth. Then I was still in Ikorodu. I was still and I ferry at the end at that time from Ibishe to
the island?
Ajayi, yes. That's how I get to the island every time. And I will not get to where I'm trying to beg for people to, Baba, put me for your show. And then I see someone that just parks his Benz, looking all fresh, with him babe self go get yansh. Everybody go just day, and then now I go say, boss, I'm here to ask you for the position. I'm like, okay. Baba,
I don't stand a chance. Well, that's mad.
So yeah,
the industry is actually a struggle, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, what's the most shocking thing you've seen about yourself online? Like, you just sleep, wake up, bah, you just see them everywhere.
Still, above all, I will still say it's the rape allegation. Yeah, that was in 2020.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the worst day of my life. So then I think this whole rape thing was trending, where people were coming out, girls were coming out to say this person raped me, but I could not talk because he was bigger than me. Another person would say, so girls were jumping on the trend like it was fun. Do you understand? And then I was with my colleagues, I think we were playing game or something. I just said it casually that day that make everybody they pray because this one that way girls all they come outside like make person just go accuse person wrongly now. And guess what happened the next day? One girl just posted on Twitter. Now, you see where I started getting scared for social media was somebody comes online and says it's anonymous. And then no video, nothing, no proof, no evidence. The person just tweeted, oh, Dollars raped me, locked me in his house for 5 days, and they were taking turns, him and Van Josh. And I'm like, okay. I laughed. So when I saw, I didn't even see that. I was sleeping. Yeah. And then they called me. They started, my phone is always on Do Not Disturb. My friends knows me for this.
I know. It's reaching Dollars is hard.
No.
Hey,
so the
but good thing is, once he sees your call, he'll call you back.
I'll get back to you.
Baba, fan,
no, so the thing is, the thing is, why is like that is I have
anxiety issues.
So when I see a phone call, I don't know, I just start panicking for no reason. Even messages, like I have to start using watch so that I could just peep through the message and just, because to grab my phone, there's this phobia. I don't know, I just get scared. Like, yo, I don't want to pick any call, I don't want to talk. It's not pride. But the thing is, when you call and you drop a message, and I see the message, and I'll be like, okay, this person just wants to ask. Okay,
I always do that. Like,
but Baba, you call me first. Even when my phone is not on DNG and I see your call, and I'm like, hey God, what happened? What could have happened? I don't know why that happens to me, but I mean, so
back to the story. So you woke up.
Everybody don't call you. What's going on? So I woke up. I saw 39 missed calls. And I'm like, something is happening. I did not even check the messages. When I saw that 39 missed calls, I saw a call from Misbehave, I saw a call from, I think a lot of people called me that are my colleagues, and these people, they don't just call. So when they call, you know something is going on. So when I saw these calls, I'm like, okay, something. I didn't even check that message. I just went straight to Instagram. And the first post I saw was it Gossip Mill or Instablog? A particular blog already posted it. No, WAP TV. And you're like, Oluwadolarz accused of rape. And then I was like, what? So I saw the screenshot. I'm like, this is Twitter. So I went to Twitter. I checked the account to even know
who this person is.
Anonymous. And I'm like, how the fuck do you guys believe this? Like, I had to do a video and say, please, if I raped you, come out and talk. Let's talk about it. Do you understand? I mean, it's public now, yeah? I can't harm you. I can't do anything to you anymore. So let's talk. How did it happen? Because you know when you are now asking yourself that, did somebody use my body to go and do something? Because I was like, the fuck is going on here? Do you understand? But at that period, I think I made some new enemies. So I think I should have been expecting something like that. Do you understand? Because that was the time I made the decision of moving from one phase of my life to another phase. And there's no how you're going to move from one phase to another phase that you won't offend people. As a man in this life, if you're taking a decision and you're not offending anybody, then I don't think you're taking the right decision because you can't please everybody. And I think I learned that too late. Because I was the kind of person that I want to make sure that everybody is okay at the cost of my own comfort. Do you understand? But when I realized that, these people that you're trying to, once they see opportunity, they don't bounce. Why are you stressing yourself? And it really made me lose a lot of things I don't want to talk about. Do you understand? So that was the most surprising day of my life.
So how did you handle it? Because I can imagine the dragging, the buzz.
So the thing is, at the end of the day, if you didn't do it, you have nothing to worry about.
You'll just be at peace.
They will drag you. Don't worry. They will drag you to the extent that, why they drag you to the extent that they drag you to the point that they come to your house. Yeah, that's how crazy dragging can be sometimes. Okay. And that's why I keep saying I'm scared for social media. Because if somebody can just come out and say, this happened, and before you even want to live, because you know that as a celebrity, you don't have a side of a story. Like, if you want to be famous, I'm telling you this now, if you want to be famous, just know that there's some things that you don't have right to anymore. You don't have right to your own privacy. You don't have a side of a story. Anything you do is bad, as long as you're doing it to a poor person. Something happened yesterday now. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Imagine, I was driving and then this Danfo bashed my car. Now, he said his brake, not even Danfo, it's a truck. And then he said his brake failed. I now said, let's assume that I didn't even try to reverse on time. You would have crushed me because it was on this side.
On this side, yeah.
And then I was like, okay, how are we going to do it? It's fine. Let's leave that I did not die alone. Let's leave that part alone. How are we going to do it? And I started begging. And then people started surrounding me. Oluwadolarz, I feel like,
thank you.
And then I started running mad. Like, are you guys joking? This guy, if I was the one that bashed someone, now I will take the person to the hospital.
You will take care of the person. I might even go to jail.
Because they'll be like, boy, man, here. That's how they do. All the celebrities. They always feel like, you get.
Like they're above the law and stuff
bro,
like that.
Once you don't blow, you are done for. Just be expecting. You don't have. Don't worry. I don't want to go deep into it. But just trust me, your mental health is gone. You have to do a lot to maintain because first of all, you need to use your brain to think of what you want to post, what you want to act. Be you a musician, be you a content creator, be you anything. You need to use your head. But guess what? You can't use your head because your head will be busy with other things that they will bring to you because you're a celebrity. Do you understand? If you ask for money now on the street, I say no, I'm selfish, I'm a wicked person. Do you understand? If you do something that doesn't make any sense and I scold you or I get mad or I take the right steps, he's wicked, he's heartless. He's doing this thing, he's doing that. If somebody comes online and says, he's doing that, he's doing this, he's doing that, it's true. Because it is just true.
I get.
Because he's a celebrity, so it is true. He's true, he killed the person. They don't want to hear your side of it, so you don't have it. And then when you start talking about it again, that, no, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, and then you are fucked up because you're not supposed to talk.
I think I can relate with this.
So, what kind of life is that?
Yeah, I can relate to this because there was this time that, I had my car being hit by one of these korokpes,
Korokpe, they call them korokpe.
yeah, like he totally removed like the side of my
I
car.
think you told me about it.
Yes,
I think you told me about it.
It
Yeah.
was bad.
I think you told me about it.
And then everybody was now begging me like, and in my head I'm like, yo, so what do I do? Because I'd spent money, bro. Do you understand? I'd spent money, I'd wasted money, and then now this, if I was to fix that car, it won't cost me anything less than 250. Now
So
the guy will bash me.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have up to 10k. He has not made 10k that day.
I think they used to make sure that they don't have money.
I don't know.
So
I said, okay, you know what? Call your boss.
That's what I said.
He called his boss in my presence. Boss told him, find your way. So he came back to me. He's like, he's in the middle. That right now he's in trouble. He has not made money. He's in trouble with his boss.
Like, what's
he's in trouble with me. I'm like, what's my own? My car has spoiled. I said, what do you want me to do? They said, take this 10k. And I was seeing 20 naira notes. And in my head, I was like,
okay.
And then people were begging me. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, so if I don't accept now, what will you people say? I'm wicked. And people were already smiling. They see me, they far out. Guy, you the crazy.
That happened yesterday too. I'm a big fan. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It's crazy.
So I mean, that's what you get when you're famous. That's what you get. You can't even. Me, I like to the fight normally. Like street fight, I can't do.
You can't because
I have to go and buy a big boxing bag at my backyard to be boxing because I look say. I like to. If you find trouble, we'll fight.
We'll fight.
No, let's just fight. But I mean,
it is what it is.
As long as it pays the bills, so.
Yeah. So there's something that you had touched on earlier, but I want to just go back to TikTok.
Yeah.
Now there's this trend of I'm grinding 12 hours a day. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you've seen that.
I'm not sure. I've not really been online this period.
So I think the idea of it is, TikTokers, content creators online, they grind 12 hours a day, and make a huge sum of money off their content and all of that. While a 9-to-5 person spending almost the same hours, number of hours going to work, is not even getting up to 5 or 2% of how much you make.
Yeah.
As a content creator. Yeah. And so there's been this debate. So what's your take on it? So, 9-to-5ers feel like it's unfair that they are doing so much work and these people are just in their house creating content, like say
exactly
work,
content. I like the way you quote it.
Like
so the thing is, that is why I said earlier that in the next 3 years, this whole social media content creator influencer thing might just go down. I'm not saying it's going to go down. I'm scared that it might because everybody's doing content. Now, guess what? I know, not more like 3 friends that have dropped out of 9 to 5. To create content. But guess what? They are making money from it already. So it's not even about talent anymore. Just carry camera, do this and do that. But you wait, they do 9 to 5, and you feel like you're making change, and you want to switch to do content creating. You feel they make money the first 1 year, 2 years, but you know if it lasts. Because that is where talent comes in. You can quickly blow now, blah. And then in the next 2 weeks, nobody gives a fuck about you. If you don't have talent to back it up,
to sustain it,
you go suffer. Your eyes will see what your mouth cannot see. So, but content creators also, we work hard. It's also like 9 to 5.
Exactly, because
bro, to be very honest, as I'm right here right now, I'm thinking of the content. I'm multitasking right now. Do you understand? Because you need to stay relevant. You need to be consistent. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you wake up in the morning, you first wake up with depression, maybe because your last skit where you put yesterday, first get the engagement where you want.
The engagement.
Or one YouTube video where you spent millions on top, they make up to $10 yet. That one don't first spoil your morning. And then maybe you continue your day, you try to have your bath and then go through your phone, check your office, of course, and then you open comment section, you start saying, this one is not funny, you go and do something else with your life. That one first don't attack you again. And then maybe during the day you want to think of the content and then you start thinking by yourself. As they think, you open your phone, you watch your colleague, they do mad content, when you even near, where better pass with you, they think for your head, and you're like,
what the?
am I not funny? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, bro, it's also 9 to 5. If you're ready to sacrifice your mental health, your privacy, your life for it, come and join us. We're here. In fact, I hold your hand. I hold your hand.
Man. So I want to share something that happened to me. I mean, years ago though,
Okay.
not recently.
Yeah.
And then I'll ask the question
Okay.
that I want to ask. So there was one time, I started off as a kid actor. So almost all my life, I think I've always been popular. Like everybody, I've always seen me on TV.
Yeah.
Secondary school, the university, and all of that. So one of those times, but I still had my life.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And it wasn't like I was making all the money. I was just popular. You just know me.
Yeah.
Don't be like that. I don't get back.
Yeah.
So I remember one time I entered like public transport. This thing I don't know. I've said it before to some of my close friends, and I was just there in the heat of the downfall. And
You go the whoosh.
bro, everywhere they hot. So that moment where you are sitting by the side of the window, so small air they touch you, then you carry your phone, say, make I just mind my business because there's still a load and all of that. So I was, going through my phone, Instagram just come out that time. So, I didn't have lots of followers. So when I see request, I just open it immediately. So I saw a request, DM, and I opened it immediately. And somebody asked that, are you Simini?
Okay.
Or I've forgotten the character, or are you so on so show? And then the mistake I did was answering. And then I said yes. She said, oh, hello to you, I'm behind you.
Ew.
Bro, I just paused.
You go to make ground just open.
Bro, because she see me say I reply. Wait till I won't talk.
She fine.
I don't even know. Because I didn't look back.
That guy could also look back and say, oh yeah,
I did not look back.
Why you got the show?
Because I was sweating. I was an eyesore.
A day with. You go tell us that I day with.
A day with Tobi in Dapo.
Yes, now, bro. I did that now,
Bro.
I did that. It happened to me, but
Are you serious?
But the thing is, me, I can see as an.
You can switch things.
Bro, I lie unprovoked. I see. Once you don't catch me, I don't mess before. They say you may I said no, the chair. So that's so no, but I was in Magodo. No, not Magodo. Igondo.
Okay.
Yeah, it was me and Tokpa. That was how crazy it was. We were in the car together, and then this person just texted me. Not really. It was we don't already blow. We don't already get the numbers.
Yeah.
Then we don't blow because we already that time was about TV done the. So I had this community, more like a community, a group chat on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So from my area. So I don't know how people from different
Joined.
joined, and then me and Tokpa were talking. I was even telling him that there's no money to buy. Then it was a fan. Is it fan yoga? We found something that ice cream.
Yeah, super
He
yoga.
was crying like it was crying like, and then this person just telling me on WhatsApp, the group, not me personally, in the group chat. That I see dollars for inside downfall. We talk man, and I'm like, the fuck? I just looked around. And then the next, I just carried my phone. I just did a video. So yeah, we're doing a day with dollars and talk. So we're trying to see how life really is in the downfall. So right now we're at Igondo. That was I was like, oh nice one, well done.
He turned it around.
Bruh.
Bro, I'm telling you, I froze. I still use
So
style
what
look back.
do?
No, I still use
You
style
come down
look
from-
back.
you
I
come down
come
from
down now. But I don't look back until I come back. Bro, it was mad.
You came down,
Bro, me.
Come on now, why they do like
Bro,
that? If I just say, hey, how
I
you doing? Just text
I
them.
leave the message hanging. Don't worry.
When you go to say
Because it
it.
was crazy. I was sweating. And it was one of those moments. You know how Lagos is now, where you are sweating
That's why
and
I
all
said,
of that.
you know that at that time that you became famous, if it was now, do you know how much you'll be raking?
Actually,
That was
but
what I
because
was
we
saying.
started early,
Early. Because look at the
and
likes of Lalude, look at the likes of Alakmini, look at the likes of Babasuwe.
veterans.
Look at the likes of Ogogo, respect to them. Do you know how famous they were? Like they were too famous. Do you understand that?
You know how rich they would be if it
it
was
was
in
now.
our time. Wow,
But I mean,
that's-
some of them still, I don't know, if God did your side, God did your
Yeah,
side.
of
Some of them
course,
rebranded
of course.
and now
Yeah,
they're doing well.
yeah.
You understand? But more, so at that time, if you say that now,
That's crazy.
are you joking?
So I would refer to that moment as my most bizarre moment as as a
Till date?
celebrity. Guess. It was my most bizarre. So what would be your own?
Bizarre moment. My most bizarre moment.
I'm sure you've had many.
I've had many. So
I
I'm trying to say
know.
the worst, like
The
the one
worst.
that's crazy. The one that's crazy. Okay, I think it was the day a fan spanked me. Yeah, not slap, was spanked my ass. Yes,
Male or female?
male.
What?
Yes, yes. It was at 4. Is it 4 points? No, Radisson Blue at Ikeja.
Okay.
Yes. So I was coming from an interview. I think it was with ETV or something. So I went to see Isaac Success,
Okay.
the footballer.
Yeah.
At that time he came back from
Radisson.
Yeah. So it was at Radisson. So I was just then we never get money now. So I see my tight jean and my tight clothes, and I have this man boobs. Do you understand? So he was like, look, this guy they make me laugh for Instagram. Is that fun now? Pa. You know when you just my head first swell, like say make I rush the guy blow, and then immediately did that. There were kids coming out to say hi dollars, how is Tokpe, and I'm like, am I supposed to greet them or fight this guy? Do you understand? And it was just going like he did nothing.
Okay.
And guess what? If you say you can't get money now, I say okay,
Yeah.
look, I respect rich man. This guy looks like a gate man.
Random.
And his hand was hard as fuck. And this guy spanked my ass. And I'm like, when I was hot, my mood scattered for like throughout that day. I was not, because even till today, by the chop, if I just remember that, I'm like, fuck. This guy just spanked my ass. Do you understand?
No,
that's
bizarre. That was mad. That was mad. Okay, so what's the weirdest call you've ever received? Like weird.
Weirdest call.
Weirdest call. Someone just calls you
to say random shit.
Yeah.
From a fan or
weird
from-
is anybody. Fan or anybody.
Weirdest call. I've got so many weird calls from fans, from family.
Yeah. I think let's ask from fans because I'm sure
fans.
those ones would
Yeah,
be
the
would be
weirdest
very
one,
weird.
The weirdest one was, hello, is that Oluwadolarz? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Oluwadolarz. You're not funny. You are dry as fuck. And the guy hung up.
For real?
Yeah. And that was when I knew I had to change this number to a management number. I can't
So
use
he
it.
called you, wasted
No,
his
so
credit.
the thing is inside collecting babe. Because
Okay,
because-
so it was out of hate.
yeah, so
Okay.
I was the type that I will call you back. Immediately dropped the call, I looked at my phone. I left for like 30 minutes to digest so that I will not overreact. Then I called him back. I'm like, hello? He was like, hello? What happened? I said, what did I do you? He said, oh, you fucked my babe. I'm like, what's your babe's name? He said, Queen. I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, but you're not funny. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to say to? I'm not funny.
That's from a place of pain.
Like, you get, I'm like, I'm sorry. He was like, fuck you. You hung up. And I'm like, and then, when the film started that time, I misbehave. I'm not gonna lie. I misbehave.
Yeah. So that's something that.
But no, besides I know say the person get boyfriend.
No, of course.
You know how
of
girls
course.
can be sometimes.
It's just
so,
you
yeah.
being, you
Just me being what?
You being
Me being
yourself.
what? How would you say that? That's being myself. That's not me being me.
No, as a den.
No.
Like fame. That's what I
You
mean.
say that's fame being. That's fame controlling you.
That's fame controlling you.
You say that. You say that's you being you. Sounds like I know it'll be you. That's how it sounds like.
That's
Don't be
what
you.
I'm saying.
No, that's
bro.
how it sounded.
That's what
Like
I'm
me saying that about Makinde, that's you being you. You had someone's food. Oh, that's you being you. You get, but so that's not me being me.
No, now you say you misbehaved that time. So I'm just saying that was just you being you as at that time.
You are so wrong.
Okay.
That was not me being
That was
me.
fame controlling.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
As at that
End of
time.
discussion. I'm happy you said this because a lot of people, especially now in the age of social media and everything, content creation, they stumble on fame.
Yeah.
They are not prepared for it
At all.
And fame is something that you actually should be prepared for
Yeah.
because it's a lot. It takes a lot from you.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of these young people are stumbling on fame and
Yeah.
they don't know what is gonna.
That was what I
the
told.
effect.
I told Enyiju, Kid Baby, the girl that told her.
Yes.
Kid Baby.
Yeah.
When she started coming to my place.
You
to
discovered her, right?
Yeah, not like discovered her. She's good. She's talented. So this is what happened that day. I was coming from a meeting with a friend of mine, CEO of Key Trade.
Okay.
So I was coming from his meeting where I was going home, and then my tire got busted or something, and then I told the driver to like fix the tire. So I was bored in the car, so I just went on live video on TikTok. So I went on live. I was trying to understand how TikTok works.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then I saw she sent a request, and then I accepted the request. I was like, hello.
Yeah.
And then she was like, she started talking like a kid. And I'm like, what kind of talent is this? Yo, are you okay? And she was so funny with it. Immediately she joined that live, that we started talking and we started making things. Because me, I know if I discover your talent, I know how to bring it out. You understand? So I was whining her more. She was, being more funny and everything. And then people started joining the live videos, the live video rather. And then I think we got like 2,000 viewers in less than 10 minutes as she joined the live video. So it was hot. People were gifting both of us and all that. And I'm like, you're good. Where do you stay? She said, Abeokuta. Is it Abeokuta or Ijebu? I can't remember where exactly she said.
Yeah.
But she said, somewhere, Sakpade or something.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's where you live and all that. She said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. When you come to Lagos, let me know. And then she said, no problem. She came to Lagos. We did 1 or 2 videos. We kept on going on live. And I told her, I said, are you ready for fame? Are you sure you are ready for it? Because when fame comes, the first thing that messes with your head is, what's next? First, you'll be scared to fail because there's a standard now. Not like before that you can drop a video. If you don't get engagement, you leave it later.
Yeah.
But now, there's a standard.
There's a standard. You
once
can't
you
go
drop one,
below
where
it.
you go viral, your next video has to be better than that one. So now, you need to be prepared for that. People will hate you. You need to get that. As people, they love you. Some, their work online is come and hate because they have a frustrating life already. So the fact that you're making it at a young age is pissing them off. Just that, are you ready for all this? He said, she's not sure. And when she said that, I knew that this girl was not desperate. That was because a lot of them would say, yes, boss, yes, I'm ready.
Without thinking it through.
She said, I'm not sure. When she said that, I knew, okay, nah, this one is ready. And I started putting her through.
And she's one of the biggest.
Bruh, I watch her sometimes. I'm like, yes, I'm proud of you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you need to be ready for all that, man.
Great. So, Oluwadolarz, what should we expect from you in the next couple of years?
Kids.
Kids? That's all.
More kids.
How many more?
I'm counting.
Sure.
I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, I'm going into movies.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I have more what's it called, shows coming up on YouTube. And then, but what you guys should expect more from me is music.
Music.
So the thing
music
is,
and movies.
Yeah. So then people are like, you can't do 2 things at a time in Nigeria. People will not respect that. People will not respect this. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I know. But there's always the first person to do it, right? I'm not the first, of course. We have Nasboy. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But there's always a first person to do it better.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I'm looking out for that. I'm challenging myself. Because I feel like I've spoken to my future self and he's telling me that, oh, you did it too. You did it too. So I don't want to stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oluwadolarz.
Thank you.
It was great having you on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tobi Makinde Show, we do it the nicest. Yeah, you get entertainment at its finest.